And we're off to the races. Ancient between K23 and Into the Bin. Into the Bin starting T-side. This is their map pick, but we have no idea how they are on Ancient, so it's time to find out.
I haven't played either of the first two maps, so for us and them, a learning experience, a educational experience. Back to the classroom, as we see what they go for.
Classrooms do have bins, so it could
Astute
work.
observation.
They could be in them. The
One
chirps
smoke.
of Ancient coming into our ears.
He's got the smoke. Robin has the smoke. I guess for this short side, they got a flashbang to go over the cave exit, and off they go.
It's not a bad setup. They can kill the guy backside early. Alright, Ancient goes forward, but his teammates, Jayo collecting him out. It's out of ruins here. Adam goes through. He's causing a little bit of chaos. He slips back, and that should allow them to bomb plant. So at least that to set up a fairly successful pistol round, but they're trying to duel forward. They want to take further positioning because they know they're just kind of stuck on site. There's no way to get away from this and back into cave without knowing where that third player is. Not going to go well for Robin. So Adam, a clutch set up, and he's just looking into the wall as he gets peeked and killed. That's unfortunate. Oh, Magnojez, auto-muted. Always a fun one there. Anchor in the kill feed.
Yeah, someone's been a naughty boy. It seems in the matchmaking. But we'll let him off. We'll let him off. A good... I mean, K23, biggest thing they had there was the freebie stack from the start. Jayo, 2 big frags. As into the bin, execute their way out. So they kind of secured the round. Good news is, though, for the British side, or the British Leiden side, is they did get a plant. They are going to invest behind it. And they're actually favouring utility over all else here. Look at this. Full util sets on 3 players. Over getting Galils up, which is what we normally see. So, yeah. Got to make good on this utility now. You bought all of it.
Looks like they want to go into B. Not really hiding this one very well. Or even attempting to. So, this is going to be the B take. It's pretty well set up for it. I just don't playing the Opper angle, but with the Nog. The classic Opper move. Buying an AUG. Flashes all over the place. Haven't managed to find the kills, but they have gained the space. Should set up a bomb plan potentially to swing in the Molotov with it. This is a chase, and Wolfie, he's got first blood. So the player's stuck in cave. They can't help IDIS bounce, and he's going to drop as a result. Oh, this is cheeky. Play Wolfie, they've actually gone past him. He's down for free, but that's Magnojez. Not able to get more than one. Chaos on site. Oh, we got 2 auto mutes. X5 also picking that up. A little bit of spice here on the site. Jayo going forward, and they will manage to clean it up in time. So the defuse, A-okay, even with the full 10 second. Able to pick up the rifles as well. They might lose a couple SMGs, but it's no harm, no foul, really. Well defended there from K23.
Yeah, bit of a mess, though, it felt like, from Into the Bin. They get all that back lanes control. The plant was fairly good for it, and they choose just to take Jules over playing the bomb. And get blindsided by that late player coming in from mid. So I think it looked really flustered from into the bin. Wolfie made a good play to go through that short smoke. But after that, it was every man for himself. And didn't really exist on the same page. Did get the bomb plant, though. It's going to ensure another buy. So at least pressure is still being mounted. And this is the thing about these sort of 4 smokes.
What are they doing? They're just tossing them into the corner? What's Dabo doing?
4 smokes?
He's the lord of the smoke. He's just going to set up the whole exec himself. He's tossed 1. He's tossed 2. Third coming over. All right, all right.
This is a joke.
And, he hasn't done the last. There's the last one. Okay, and they're all just going to die. They are all just going to die because that exec took 30 seconds to actually throw because you put all the smokes on one guy. That's actually when people... So when they first introduced the dropping utility update, that was the joke that people said. Was that you wouldn't have to learn utility anymore. You just have to have one guy on the team who knows utility. And apparently for this team, that's Dabo.
I'm not normally speechless, but... Who thought that was a good idea?
The thing as well is that close smoke, that first smoke that they throw for close right outside of A main. I don't love that, because if there's a player tree or just close to the donut area, as there was, it's very hard to clear them as a T. That's specifically a smoke, I guess, for if a player's playing back CT with an op, that makes it difficult for them to predict which way the players are coming out. But there's so many other places on site where that really does just give K23 advantageous fights, doesn't it? Or am I crazy about this?
I'll touch on that in a minute, as we are actually getting some contact now as they're walking back in. Molly is a little bit deep, actually. It still forces Magno wide. They got time, Mike?
No,
they don't.
They don't have time. They've literally lost this round
Wow.
already, and Panics realizes it. That's the other problem with 40-second execs.
You burn the whole round.
Yeah. That was, look, that could have been meta-defining if it worked.
It certainly was defining. The thing about the lurk smoke is it's not that bad, but you can't throw it on an execute. You need to throw it on the default, if that makes sense, and then use it to mask yourselves, and then get up close, then go. You don't throw it on an execute and give them more time to be alerted about what's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, there was, what, a good 10 seconds there after smokes were flying over before anybody was even remotely in a position to go in. And that's
I would genuinely like to know if that was an intentional decision. One guy throwing all of this. That's a nice kill for Panics. All right, this round's back on. I think
that was a set round. I think it was a set round.
I know it is, but my question is when they were coming up with that set round, was it because they're like, we want 4 people into the fight immediately, or was it because Dobble's the only one who knows the smokes? That's what I want to know. Footsteps are going to be heard here in A main, so this is already known. You can see everybody starting to rotate over. It's not a full commit just yet, but having not seen presence, now they're going to move the bomb out. And that's going to be the event here from the side. Agro Jez gets 3. All good. Dink onto the next as well. Not actually a dink, but the kill's going to come swiftly. And yeah, this is a cleanup round. They telegraphed that a little bit there, Alan.
It seems to be the order of the day. They pistol round clearly was B. Round after was quite obviously B. Round after that was definitely A. And this time's more of the same. So, it's like K23's cracking the Enigma code. They know what's coming exactly every time. And into the... I mean, can we have a default? Can we have a default? I think we're getting one. This is exactly what the Dorks ordered, because these set plays have not brought a lot of success so far.
Jo under pressure. Nate's to chase. He's got a teammate with him, but he's taking a shot at the damage at this point. Maybe trying to sell that it's a solo player, but that's not going to be. They've got aggressive mid control in the meantime.
What was the point in that molly?
I guess to prevent the window peek?
I think it was meant to go up on it, I guess, is the only explanation, but...
Utility's a little fast and loose from into the bin is what we're
Unless Dobbo's throwing it. He's the only man.
Dobbo's throwing it.
He's the only man.
Look at the nades, though. The utility from the CTs has already been bled out quite a bit. Idisbound still has a set, but he's going to want to stick on his scope most of the time. Meanwhile, I mean, you've got 4 smokes. You've got a couple Molotovs. They're going to take some space in towards mid. I don't mind this late. They have to capitalize, but at least in the initial, this has been a decent result. Now you've got the territory. Now you've got the real estate. Now you got the utility. Problem is, if they misread this and just barrel in towards B,
but they haven't covered off the donut angle. Really. So Magno can still call nobody's crossed, and they can safely stay free B. And Idisbalance is the play with the nades.
Raijin just took that molly. I think that may have been close enough to hear, but they're probably not going to expect 2 in this angle with Idisbalance present. That's a nice kill. That's a nice find. Jo down. That breaks this setup. The reinforcements are here. Idisbalance, he's got the Molotov in. That'll deny the bomb plant at least for a little bit. Time once again is becoming an issue. They're planting open. They get that down at least. But it's a 4-on-4 here in the retake. No more nades available for into the bin. They spent it all getting on towards the site, so now it's just about the fight. And there's still a smoke for Idisbalance. If they smoke off Cave and kill the ramp player, this could be a very tough defense. Smoke goes in. Presumably they know the lineup onto the bomb with the spam. But they're starting to lose bodies. They're starting to lose numbers, and this is getting chaotic. And in the chaos, a tap, a check, a swing. Oh, a good hold from Wolfie, and he takes 3. Oh my goodness, Wolfie, what a way to secure the first round.
They need an individual play, and there it was. And despite the madness of the last few rounds, they have been extremely close, which has kept this CT money in far from an ideal position. Difficult buy call. They're actually going to go into it. Their loss bonus is so low they're not interested in saving into Famas at best in the following round. So what have we got here? One AWP, 2 Famas, couple Deagles. Utility is dreadful. And I guess all eyes on Idis Balance. They might not expect an AWP, Mike. An AWP on this sort of buy is very, very unusual.
Yeah. If they know Idis Balance, though, they gotta know it's a possibility. Oh, pulls off his crosshair. Now he's in a tough spot. Still gonna find one. He's dancing with the utility. Knows that he's under risk, so he's actually just gonna stick in. And he still controls this mid-cross. Positioning into the crosshair. Still gets it. Tagged again. Idis Balance. He's being whittled down, but he's still finding his frags. And that's dropped the bomb into mid as well. So now into the pin. They need to spend a lot of time just recovering this C4. Making sure that Idis Balance can't take another. And you can see how wary they are.
Swap 2 players into the red room with that information. Ryjin's tucked in the corner, but the Famas a little bit further back, trying to take the contact. And getting back up and onto B is not a given right now.
No.
K23 don't need to overfight this. They're in such a good position.
Rotate in. The one problem is that JO just has a D. You don't have any utility for this, really. There's one flash on A, and that is the extent of it. But with Ryjin moving in towards mid, he can retrieve a gun, he can get an upgrade, and a Molotov as well. It's going to make this a lot easier onto the retake. These little pieces could be all the difference. So the pressure's going to come from all sides. Bomb planted at least, that money secured. Into the bin, done a decent job of consistently getting that, but they don't seem to be anticipating the flank here, and Ryjin might be about to have this offer for free, unless his head just gets ripped by Idis. There's the free kill. Ryjin knew it was eventually going to come through. So we just have Robin trying to defend this. He's flanked out. He's dropped down low. And I think he might just be trying to get the heck out of dodge. He is. He's just going to save. He's just going to keep this gun and keep it alive into the next. Doesn't fancy his chances on the retake.
Would there have been an angle for a spam through the cubby wall? I'm not sure. Maybe it was worth a try, but I think we can all sympathize with the save in the end. But at the end of the day, that was a 1 AWP 4 spy from K23. And they picked up 2 AKs, kept 4 players alive. It's a pretty big win when you look at the odds going into that round. Idis Balance, those first 2 kills. That second kill, as much as it was unlikely, should you really be in the open when you have the bomb? It's a difficult question to answer, I think, if you're some of the Breach players.
This beat take has been working decently. The problem is they've been spending a lot of bodies and utility to get it when they do. Here's the swing in. They want to clear cave. They want to fight Jaguar. Ryjin blood. And this could get very messy very quickly. There's players in mid. They want to fight through in multiple angles, and so far it's working out. Catch though. Robin at least finds something. Panics another. Still at a man disadvantage of both the positions known. But they can group up and play together here. That's what they want to do. JO's been left on his lonesome. Idis Balance has to focus in towards mid. He doesn't know if they've gotten through.
It looks like Robin's pulling all the attention as well from Jyo. And Idis Balance is checking mid. Panics might catch him deep through the mid line.
Oh, he's seen the barrel. He's seen the barrel. He knows it's here.
Oh.
He's not got the shot. That could have been the round. That could have been it. As it is, they're still going to have to fight. They're going to have to do it the tough way. And now Idis Balance, he's prepared. Legged on that, but it's not really going to make a huge amount of difference. The flank's coming through from Magno Jazz. They're going to want to work, and they're going to go for all 3 in the same angle. That's interesting. Smoke and a nade, so they could maybe just take out the positioning of the AWP. Render it rather useless.
Whoa.
And okay, if Robin fights forward, that'll make life a little bit easier for them. So 1 angle really to worry about. Nade to make his life difficult. Yes, he's going to hit the first, but Panics has to come back in, and Idis Balance is ready for that. So another round climbing on here for K23. And into the bin, back to the drawing board.
That felt like a big opportunity drop by Panics, wasn't it? When he saw Idis Balance in mid, Idis Balance had no idea. And maybe not quite the discipline on the trigger. Doesn't get the kill. And these afterplants from into the bin, they look really messy to me, Mike. They really feels like they're playing individually. Robin just takes a duel there when he's got an AWPer beside him. They could post on angles. And we've seen it too many times in these afterplants. This is the crazy thing about this map so far is it's been really messy for into the bin, but they're keeping these rounds so close that if they can just break the cash and live with it, they will get a good T round haul.
that could be it, right? You find Raijin in towards the B ramp. You start to whittle down the numbers. You make it a little bit more uncomfortable for K23. They've got the double up as well. So if you can crack onto a site, which they've done consistently on towards B, you get into a situation where a retake is really not an appetizing prospect. And even better if you just kill the upper. Why not? A little less effective if you can't take down X5, though. So this is back on. It was looking like it might be a little bit of a breakthrough round for Into the Bin. Now we still have to ask this question. If they double push elbow here, oh, Wolfie. Wolfie could get timing on this. He's looking for it, though. He's looking for it. He's aware of the possibility. And they're rotating the bomb back out, or is this just because they need to throw? Oh, no, no one's watching. No one's watching. The damage done. It's not catastrophe yet, but your heavy hitters out of the round. And now you're just trying to funnel on towards site because you know they're at your backs. Smoke goes in for CT. Robin is really just going to plant this open. They have to watch for the fight and the swing. They don't expect a second. Still time. Still time. 30 seconds. Bomb going down. Adam, though. He's getting the play through. He's going to go in the smoke. He's going to... Oh, this has gotten so weird. He's past him. He's past him, and Adam's watching for it. There's no world where Idis Bounce expects this. And he's just slipped the net. He's like, hello? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Now he's realizing. Bomb's going to go down. It's on B. What on earth just happened? Adam, 3,000 IQ. Making the play around. Molotov in the right position. But he can't land the frag! Oh no, Alan! Everything was so good for him until it wasn't.
No, well, I guess it would have been the greatest play ever. And it still was. It worked. It couldn't really have gone any better. Idis Balance had to swing for a molly. And unfortunately, mechanically, Adam just couldn't get it done in the end. That is devastating. This is such a crazy half. Such a crazy half. And I'm going to say it again. Into the Breach can still get a good T round haul out of this if they can just break the damn money. That time they had an entry and a bomb site and still couldn't do it.
It's such a huge if, though. It's such a huge if. Well, Molotov down. They wanted to go fast into this. That's going to be denied by the utility early on, so they'll settle. Flashbangs to keep them on notice. Now anticipating the peek in from Jo. Look at this double push outside of A main. Oh, it's been checked. It's been spotted. Dalbo says, no thank you, I'm out, but it means that they got information. They'll go back and click it, and once they do, comfort! Oh, A1S, not what you want in that fight. Rather have the other rifle. Still, a 1-for-1 is non-conclusive.
K23 is so mobile. Already 3B again. Magno is holding, coming off the B heaven, the lane area and off into mid. They're a little bit constricted. 2 smokes left. You really want to be saving them for the execute. So Magno might get a clean duel if these players start to come off. Nobody just yet, but it looks like Dobbo's heading up. And into B. Important fight. Oh, and Magno looks off just at the wrong time.
They're rotating in. They're rotating in. All the bodies are here now. So much utility spent. 25 seconds. I mean, it has to be it for Into the Bin, right? They don't have a second option. They're on site. They're going to try and play off of. Oh, that's a huge kill for Robin. The boost up finds one, but they have to abandon it quickly, knowing that it's under threat. Bomb's going to be down, and once again, we're going to get one of these spicy B post plays. Oh, good check from X5. Just reads the position based on where the smoke came from and sends Adam to the afterlife. Nice find, though, for Panics. Means they're both coming from the same direction, and they know it. Jump over the cave angle. Huge clear. They know the player's out towards window. They might just get on the stick. Why not? Good line for X5. He's going to play right over his teammate's head. The spam's not on, and the defuse is.
Another after plant. That one looked the best of all of them, I think. Re-smoke onto the long side of those back lanes. It was a good clear from X5, I guess. But, 2-on-2, playing one apiece. I've seen it too many times now for it not to be a trend. And I think they should be pausing Mike and talking about this because they've thrown away this T-half. There was a lot on the table in a lot of these rounds. And it's starting now to look a little bit out of reach. Even if they snap the money, K23 have got such a massive lead now.
JO's going to be A little deeper than expected into this angle, I think. The utility exchange means they have to respect it, but hey, look at this. Hey, there's no one here. They've gone for the heavy mid presence, and for once, into the bin, have made the right read. They've gone to the soft site. They got this space all but for free. It's going to be a bomb plant down, and K23 are so out of position here, but somehow they're still going to get first blood. That's got to be frustrating if you're into the bin. Still a good chance at this round. Bomb down without 15 seconds to go. Control here into the deep angle. I mean, this could work out if you can hit the shot, but Panics does a little bit of that early on, and now the pressure's on for the Opera, and he knows it. 3 of them in Temple. They just want to come storming through, and they might just find another chance. Whoa! Sticks to the tight angle. This is madness. This is chaos. Midas Bounce might have to be the guy, but it's X5 right now. And it's all falling apart. Adam alone. Too many targets to find, and another defuse. This one in the nick of time coming through. K23. These rounds are anything but sure things.
Oh, that was really. I think the HUD. Yeah, I think the HUD there is even a little bit off. That was closer than it looked on the diffuser timer at the top. Wow. Into the bin. Free bomb site. Wolfie's just sat on an angle on towards Donut. Gets absolutely annihilated. What on earth happened in that afterplant? Panics. Missing a sitter. And it just crumbles. Another afterplant goes by the wayside. And this is starting to get out of control. It's been very entertaining. But my inner Brit is starting to hurt Mike.
Be a little painful for you. And reminder again, this is Into the Bin's map pick. We don't know if they know how to play Anubis. Ooh,
Ancient also used to be K23's best map.
It did do.
Yeah.
Different team, though. Panics has got a lot of ground here. Just for free. They're not going to know this.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Has no idea. Past. There's no world where he thinks he's going to kill this guy rotating in. And that's going to be the early warning system. Midas Bounce says, what the heck? Oh, Midas Bounce is burning. He's gone. He's gone. He was full blind. Jo has to try and save this round, but he's doing a good job of that so far. Well, we playing it safe. 2-on-2. Again, this is going to come down to a spicy post plan, as every round seems to. Wolfie's got the right read on the positioning. It's X5 Wolfie in a straight-up duel, and Wolfie wins it. The money is still putrid, despite being 9-1. So Jo, I think, might just save this. He's going to save this, Alan.
They've done it.
They've finally got a second round.
Well, thank God Panics found the timing of the century to get into that long side of the back lanes.
Yeah.
And cause a ruckus. God. That was laboured to get to this point, but they got around. They've done it. 2 on the board. Looking marginally better. And K23, I'm guessing they're going to buy here because they haven't got anything in reserve. 1900 loss. Here it comes.
If K23 somehow convert this round, that's when you just get tempted to type quit in console if you're into the bin. But you've been saying it all half, you've been saying it all game, that they always had a good chance to build back into this T side if they just won the one round. Now they've won the one round.
They've done the hard part, yeah. But they did this before, remember? They had that 1 AWP, 2 FAMAS buy. True. And they walked right into the grasp of that one, so can't drop the ball.
Jo wants to fight dry.
Yeah.
Oh, this is spicy. Deagle. Oh, Robin saves him, and Jo gets checked as well, so that's one of the rifles down. K23 trying to fight into this, and this time into the bin, defaulting, finding a little bit of patience here. This is working out. Now they've got this donut control. It's going to be about Idis Bounce. That's a big kill for IGN. Oh, no, that's the bomb, Alan. They're going to have to...
At least it's not in the grasp of the CTs. But thank God.
It's going to get weird.
It's not too bad as long as they get on with this. Yeah, I guess the real concern here is how, I guess, you converge together towards a site because they're so split up. X5 actually is their run out of Donut, but unfortunately can't convert. That really could have put the round on its head. But I think now... What?
Oh, no, he thinks it's clear. There's still a donut player. There's still a donut player, so that's a freebie, and that's going to be the cleanup. Okay, it had to be interesting. It had to be interesting, Alan. You can't have a clean round if you're into the bin, but they finally now got just a straight-up eco, presumably.
Nice, yes. They've done it. Finally. 6 rounds on Modern Ancient is an okay scoreline. If we can get further towards that direction. This one, of course, is the heaviest eco of the map so far. And K23 all in mid. Panics. Just a into panic.
Panics. They're doing the damage. Okay. Make things interesting. And that's okay. All good. 3 survive. Money's going to keep building here. You're all good. Never in doubt. Never a concern. So, into the bin. I mean, if they can get towards 6, right? This is very respectable. 5 even acceptable. 4, yeah, I mean, it's something. If this was old Ancient, we'd be very happy for them right now.
Looking a lot better than it was. That's for sure. Certainly. And this buy isn't perfect for that CT side. They've been expending a lot of utility early on to mid and B to cover it off. And this time it's not really an option. No early mid take from the T side. So that's not really going to matter. But look at this B aggression. They're trying to get aggressive down the ramp, but Panics is in front of it. There's 2 players to his left, and he walks right into their clutches.
He thought maybe he could just walk into spawn again. As it is, though, this triggers the full reroute from into the bin. They're into donut. They're moving around. Gets the first for... quick trade. That's good. Good damage, though. Double low. Put on notice. Is there any damaging utility from the CT side? No. So that's all right. This post plant's actually going to be pretty okay. Player in the smoke. Bomb going down. There's a chance to move through, but they'll wait for the fade. They trust it. And it pays off. YG now, first contact. Player up close. Does he expect someone still to just be on the box? Does he think that was the plant? It doesn't matter. He's got it. Wolfie did get one in the meantime, but Double's got no health. Double's got no HP here. So what can he do? Nothing. You can't do anything, Alan. It's double digits for K23.
That was so anticlimactic at the end as Gyro just peeks. Yeah. They also had no kit with the CT, so I guess they recognize that with a bit of pace injected in the after plant. This half could have been so much better for Into the Bin. Could have been so much better. That round looked really good at times. Getting a lot of space in through donut into A. And it looks okay for the after plant. They're planting on the site. They got 2 in donut. In essence, it should be good. But they could just never take fights together. That first kill from Raijin was an absolute bell ringer as well.
Lots of utility being exchanged here. That smoke actually hit somebody. So they got a little bit of audio confirmation. Spam not finding its mark.
Nobody's got eyes on mid, and Dobbo's all the way up.
Oh, that's nice. And Dobbo's position could be huge. Yeah,
he just needs his teammates to pressure B a little bit, and then he can start walking.
Oh, here comes the peak. That's Dobbo winning the fight. That's what they needed. Now the pressure's on, and they might actually just try and rotate off it. The fighting towards cave, that's good. They're killing everybody all over the map. They can pick their poison. They're going to head in towards Ida's bounce. This is perhaps the most reinforced point on the map. If you can just avoid him, you just go through mid and leave. Or you kill him. That works too. All on to MagnoJez. Now they know they have A for free. Pretty much. They can assume this. Magno, he was the A anchor, but he's been off this. There was so much presence on towards B that this is going to be a heck of a play from him. If they're going to have a chance at this final round. Looking like 5 for Into the Bin. Let's see if Magno can change that story. He's still trying to add a little postscript, a little chapter here.
Talk me through how he's going to pull off this 1-on-4.
I don't think he has time.
What is the sequence?
He insta-dinks the guy spawned. And that's done. Dobbo writes his own chapter to this story, which is 5 rounds on for Into the Bin. Very viable, very recoverable here to send us to the half. And we're back here with the second half. Quite the recovery from Into the Bin. Down 9-1 to a 5-10 line. They'll take that every day of the week. But what do we got on the CT side? Can K23 get off to another hot start? Pressure in towards mid immediately. They're going towards Donut. It's really going to be on the shoulders of Dabo here, who's had his head removed from said shoulders. Bobbin's trying a little bit of spam fight. More damage than you would expect, perhaps, but the bomb's still going down in very defensible positions here.
Watch Adam.
Adam's going to have to make a move in towards A main.
This duel is massive. This is such a big duel. X5 has no clue. That brings one back, but it's still no kit mic. They have to go really fast.
Gotta go lightning in towards CT. They swing. They don't know where those USP bullets are coming from. But now they've got this position, they can fight back in towards the site. And it's all just to set up Rygen's position here in towards the donut. It's all going their way. And for Adam, desperation will net him but one more frag.
I felt like the round, didn't it, where Into the Bin could have got it. Got pistol, streaked ahead with a couple easier anti-ecos. And then suddenly they're back in this game and we're looking at a close affair. But that's an important round to lose. Forced by to follow. K23 get plenty of rifles out. Good utility too. And yeah. If Into the Bin could somehow pull off this reset, it really would get them back in the game. We'll see how this round transpires. Maybe they can get a freak entry. They got double HEs actually, so we'll see where they're placed in the end.
First blood found. Donut cleared out. The exact mirror of what Into the Bin we're doing on their T side so far, which was an insistence on the B side. Reinforcements are here, though. This has been telegraphed, so they're actually going to rotate off. They've got this mid control, and they know it. They'll hang on to it, disguise any information that might come back the other way. And where do they want to move the bomb? This time still, they can let it whittle off, and Into the Bin knows this, so they have to spread out to actually go back to covering the angles. So A was always the objective, and it seems like now is a good time to strike.
It feels like Into the Bin should have just picked a site and committed. They haven't got the weaponry here to play an afterplant or go for a retake, really. No kits either. And they've just left Dobbo out to dry. He's going to have to go nuclear from here on the boost to pull this off.
Short end of it. He does get one. Frankly impressive considering the circumstances. Pressure onto the player temple. Deleted. And everybody's dead. So this one's a non-starter. Hey, there you go, Adam. Delay that player just a little bit. Get yourself one more frag, but not the round.
No. I was surprised Panix is saving so much money. He didn't have armor at all. And
Man wants the up.
Yeah, I know, but with the modern loss bonus, you can buy a little more. I'd have fought. Then he chose to go into there in the end. Either way. Not a lot out of that force, but a couple kills. But this eco's so limited that K23 money should be all good. Should be very good. This is their map pick, Mike. It's their map pick. It's not going well.
Yeah, the bin is calling. And the site is vacant. The bomb is down. Good luck with this retake, gang. Let's see how many J.O. can get with a MAC-10. He's trying to make some money. Oh, he's been spotted. They're coming through. They got a flashbang. He gets one. Blinded. Still fine. Don't overplay your hand here, boys. Pistols still shoot. They still pack a punch. And the multi-swing, I mean, this is good. I just bounced out wisely, dodging it, avoiding getting caught off. And, I mean, the round's been lost, certainly. But they can make it costly. They can make it expensive. They can make it bleed just a little bit more. Adam's trying to make a cheeky play with this Mac, then he just wants $600. I don't think he's going to get the $600. I respect the effort.
It was a good try. Did you see X5? He was out in mid trying to hunt the saving ecos. And then suddenly the round goes 3-on-3. And he panics. And he sprints as fast as his little legs can carry him. Back to B.
I respect
There was a moment of panic. An absolute moment of panic. But overall, they still should be content. Maybe didn't bank up massive money against those lesser buys. Double on the second. Where is he playing? Over towards A.
They're actually both
Double
opposite
all pay.
direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of teams run this. The idea being that your anchor ops and then you just let the other guy go for a pick wherever you can find it. But it is cheeky. Adam, that's a big kill. Wolfie, not so much. Now just forward to the positioning the flashbang. Oh, it does work out. It was a little spicier than anticipated. The bomb likely going down. There is an HE on Panics. That could shut this down. It's way too late, though, if it was going to come out. It doesn't at all.
Here it comes.
2-on-2. There we go. There's the nade finding it. They did allow the bomb down, but it's up to X5. The authenticator code himself.
Oh, no.
That smoke is putrid. And Panics is dead as a result.
No.
No one to blame but himself for that one. He threw the smoke. He paid the penalty. And they'll have to re-smoke. But there's still, of course, just a spam lineup on this. So, Dalbo, good luck. And apparently neither team knows the lineup. So that's going to be a defuse. And a round stolen away! Oh, no! Oh, you had everything working in your favor, X5. And that's going to be into the bin, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat.
Wow. Stunning they still win that after... I mean, that smoke from Panics. Not winning any awards for that one. But they just about get away with it. I guess Dalbo was pretty wide on the defuse. He's quite far away, so a little bit of leeway, I guess, onto the K23 player. But yeah, not the prettiest Counter-Strike at the end. But we plow on. We continue. Mid-take surely to come from K23. This kind of one-way smoke makes it a little bit tricky. But X5 seems to know what's up. They seem to be kind of expecting a player to be aggressive around this.
Robin's been caught. Yeah, they were very much hunting that kill. Hunting that fight. Panic's under pressure here. The op now on the angle. iDisbounce is begging for a re-peek. Give me that re-peek. Just think, I can take the corner again. And iDisbounce is here to spank you if it happens. But as it is, they're going to fight into him. And without a flash, I mean, that's not exactly going to be ideal. And okay.
Oof.
Problem is, there's a mid player. This opens the map up so massively.
Yeah, it's completely bisected, hasn't it? Dalbo's... And there's two AWPs on A trying to cover this AWP. Oh, my lord. Panics is out. Oh, the head's exposed.
Dalbo spotted him getting into smoke. What is happening? What is this round? It may not matter, though. They still got B.
Jai doesn't know where to go with the bomb.
Why is Jai go back? Hey. He's assuming he's going to pull the rotation. He's correct. He's going to have the free sight, but I mean, it's still just going to be setting up 1v1s. This might actually work if he just sprints it out. They're coming through. Oh, Magno needed to get one kill to sell that. As it is, Jayo should still have time to plant, but this is going to be a really cheeky post plant. He will plant open, assuming he had the clock for it, and he is correct. And seeing that bomb down, they might not expect him to be deep in towards the temple. So this is all about offsetting. Does he stick out here?
I genuinely don't know. I have never seen anybody play it.
They won't check, so I won't know. We're not going to find out now.
It's so open that you can play this from CT.
He's going to go back around.
No smoke.
Oh my goodness. Check it. Check it.
No. Huh. Huh.
Oh, he thinks they're off. They just defuse right under their noses again. They'll make it expensive. They'll make it costly, but that's another round where K23 just don't even really get a chance at either defuse.
Harsh lesson, I think, there learned by Jayo. He knows now that you need to plant a little bit closer to temple, and then you'll be on the line. But not a consideration as it goes down. He really could have won that if he had an angle from CT. But not to be. As we've seen some messy Counter-Strike. K23 might have almost double the scoreline of their opponents, but they have not been saints in this matchup so far. It has been scrappy as hell. They've just been the better team at closing. At least up to the last couple. Now it's slipped back in the British team's way. That round was absolute madness. After they killed Adam, it looked so good, didn't it? They split the map in half, into the bin, are running everywhere. Because there's one player B, they're trying to help him. Panics is pushing through Donut. Dobbo is trying to cover off places from this CT area. And I don't know, maybe K23 should have played together a bit more. It felt like they kind of handed frags over on a platter.
I mean, they never expected that Panics would push out of Donut with an AWP. That was such a risky play, and it works out, but man, how would you ever expect that to happen?
Nate's lined up. Plenty of mollies. There's 3 in attendance for into the bin. So they have got the numbers.
Good. So, yeah. All right. Magno Jez maybe overextending there a little bit. Still 3-on-3. They've got time. They could bail out of this. K5, though. He has the bomb. He's worried about trying to back away. There's the corners, gets the kill. That's massive. And with it, that might just end it. Into the bin, thinking about the save. And they're going to consider their options. But as this bomb goes down, they have no utility. They have no kits. They're getting out of there.
There was a deep smoke in the back lanes. To cover off angles from mid and towards CT. And I think... I'm surprised these two into the bin players didn't go through it to help their teammate. Maybe there was a window. But it ended up somehow being a 3-on-1, actually, to end the round. Which was a bit bizarre. Because they had time to get numbers over.
Well, nice little parting gift.
Hang on. I think it's mid.
Either way.
This game is taking a turn.
It's been a little spicy.
It's getting a bit funky at the end.
Double thought he was picking up the ult, by the way, and he wasn't. Because there was also an AK down in that same corner.
Is there something in the air? Are they burning some special incense?
Well, I think it's almost like...
temple today.
It's interesting, right? Because K23, it feels like every round, even when they're dominant from the beginning of the round, it's going to get messy by the end of it. They're not great at playing these advantages. They still usually convert, but it's a lot of human capital expended to get through. That's a nice opener for Midas Bounce. Gripper of an opener. And what it meant, I mean, in the first half, it meant that it only took one round to break them. In the second half, the T side is a little bit more pliable, but it still means that every round feels like it's getting risky and frisky, even when it should be very one-sided. Two players in Donut. They can expect this. Neither is an all.
But they won't take contact with the site, so it's quite obvious that Donut has to be the play.
You just smoke it, it's fine. Ryujin, though, you have all the utility. You can't be the one peeking. Oh, now he knows. He's got the kill. He's not going to expect the second player, though. This should be a kill. This should be a 3v, but it's on the plant there as opposed to Ryujin, so that utility lives, which is going to be nice for this post plant. Good luck, Wolfie.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Save here and hand over 8 map points for your map pick over to the opponents. Or go for the crazy ninja. He has got a kit.
Doesn't even have a smoke, though.
Yeah, and Gio's willing to go down with the bomb by the look of it.
All right, there's the kill. That's going to draw them back over. There's still player A main. I mean, it's not impossible. Well, he's just trying to save.
If he instantly went for that,
could have had it.
It would have. I think Idis Balance would have killed him, but it would have got very exciting.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't know, though.
Yeah,
so can't really fool him.
How could you? You assume there's probably a player at Donut just watching it. But it is what it is, and what it is map point. 8 of them to be exact for K23 on Into the Bin's pick in this veto, and it is not looking pretty for this final buy. MP9s galore. Let's have an SMG bonanza.
Well, the mid-nade should be good. X5 is actually barely taken down by those. There's a lot of utility landing at his feet. He still goes 1 for 1, spread out the defense, and look at these players coming out of Jag as well. They're so intent on fighting mid that they're leaving B open.
That's the problem. They realize with all that presence that they could just take the site. Wolfie wants to walk the smoke. He thinks better of it. Would have been a mite bit too spicy. So the bomb's now down. There's a player working his way through mid late. Ryujin going to be the backstab here if these CT players get stalled out, which they are currently being by the smoke. Good night. Ryujin should have this. Just about every day of the week. He's got the 1 second, down to 1 HP, but his teammates are there for the cleanup, and, well, what are you going to do, Adam? What are you going to do? Flash, get pressured, get killed, and that's going to be the game. K23 dominating on Ancient will send us to the end of that map. Quite the showing there, Alan.
It was. I think the scoreline was a bit deceiving. That first half could definitely have been double digits for Into the Breach if they snap them earlier. But yeah, the after plants in the first half cost them. I guess in that second half they could never build up economy. They could never keep rounds clean. There were a few